Prices for many commodities have been trending somewhat lower lately, and on last week's Bottom Line, Neil Melancon told us that might have some effect on the prices we are paying at the grocery store. Neil now joins us with this week's installment, and Neil, it's the $64 question. Are prices at the grocery store going to drop a little bit?
Well, Mike, you're probably not going to be surprised by this, but it depends. Overall, we do have some good news in that the consumer price index for many items won't see as big an increase as last year, which points to an overall lower trend sometime in the future. Prices are still higher than they were a year ago, though, and they are showing some signs of slowing down. The biggest news about that is that inflation on food prices is down, along with the trends for certain key items. The overall consumer price index for all food increased by 0.03% for December of 2011, which was much lower than previous months. Overall, 2011 saw a 4.8% rise in food prices, and while we are expecting an overall increase for this year, it may be as little as half that percentage. The increase for eggs, dairy, and fruits and vegetables are all projected to slow down this year, thanks in part to increases in production. For eggs and dairy, it's just ramped up production, but for fruits and vegetables, we didn't see the big freeze this winter that we saw last year, so we'll have a more normal supply. Now, for the bad news, meat prices are still expected to rise, and the USDA is expecting it could rise even further this year. Livestock production is down due to the cut in the nation's livestock herd, and poultry is being intentionally cut production-wise in an effort to raise prices for both poultry producers and processors. Pork is about the only place we'll likely see a slowdown price increase-wise, at least in the short term. The bottom line is that food prices are still going to rise this year, and it won't be until the summer at the earliest before we could see a significant reduction at the grocery store. One of the big drivers of that is energy prices, Mike, which are spiking due to the crisis in Iran. So the best I can offer is that we won't see your food bill spike dramatically like last year.
Well, Neil, that is certainly some good news, and as you said, regardless of what prices are doing at the grocery store, the prices at the pump are still kind of bringing that into check. Thanks very much, Neil Melancon. And remember, you can listen to any of Neil's reports on the Louisiana Farm Bureau radio network for a list of stations where you can listen or tune in online. Click on over to our website, twilatv.org, and look for the LFB radio link on the left side of the home page. That does it for this edition of This Week in Louisiana Agriculture. Join us next week when we'll introduce you to the Louisiana Network's 2012 Farmer of the Year. The winner was chosen last week. Until then, you can watch any of our stories online. Visit our website at twilatv.org. For all of us here at This Week in Louisiana Agriculture, I'm Michael Dana. Thanks for joining us, everybody. Hope to see you again right here next week.